What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Breaking news today. The stock market took a plunge that hasn't been seen since the pandemic. And a lot of money was lost today. We're gonna definitely talk about it, you guys. All right. First things first, salute to all y'all out there. Unfiltered Nation, Unfiltered Fam, God, the goons in the chat, Mod Squad, all you guys. Okay, run the likes up. Keep the likes at 50%. Last but not least, take care of your boy. That's me. Yeah, man, a lot of you guys don't understand how bad of a day it was today when it comes to the money here in the United States. We may not get along and may not see eye to eye on a lot of different things. But one thing that we will all see eye to eye on is our money. Don't matter, bro. I don't care what your race is, religion, creed, sexual orientation. I don't care what you Democrat, Republican. None of that means anything, bro. When your bank account is lacking, you ain't happy, bro. And I'm telling you, today was the worst day in 5 years as far as the stock market is concerned. And somebody like myself who is in the stock market, who has investments and all of that, I definitely wanted to come in. I was asked by a lot of you guys, Shaq, could you come in and speak on it? And I got to, bro, because I'm affected by it, man. And I just wanted to give an opportunity to make that pop off, man. Just to let you guys know, we do have the doors open. The doors are open, so that means expect to see things flying around that you're not necessarily going to see. Okay, we don't got the screen door up. Screen door is definitely not up. All right. So today, man, you don't even understand, man. I look at my, I do what I do every day. I look at my stocks. I look at my investments. Today was the worst market drop since COVID. Now, we all understand that COVID doesn't feel 5 years ago. To me, it doesn't feel 5 years ago. It doesn't feel like, if you think about 5 years in any other part of your life, COVID doesn't feel like 5 years. It doesn't. It still feels like, man, that seemed like that was just last year or so. But 2020 to 2025 is 5 years. And today was the worst day we've had since then, bro. And I'm going to get into it. And as always, I'm going to blaze one for the nation. And in this case, the United States of America. That's who I'm blazing this one for. And I need a cigar, bro. I need a cigar. I need a stiff drink. Okay. Today was not a good day, man, when it comes to my money and a lot of people's money. And even your money, even if you don't invest in the stock market. So let's get to these numbers, bro. Absolutely horrendous. And then we'll talk about the tariffs and what Donald Trump is doing and what he plans on doing. And we'll see what you guys think about it. Like I said, man, doesn't matter at this point. What matters is if you're happy with your money. Worst market drop. The market dropped 1,700 points today. Now we know yesterday was, that was the first day of what they called Liberation Day. What this administration is calling Liberation Day, which is the first day of tariffs. But today, the stock market answered 1,700 points down. The last time it has been this low was March the 12th, 2020. 1 day drop. On March the 12th, 2020, the market dropped 12%. The Dow Jones dropped 12%. Today, the market dropped 4.8%. Okay? Not as bad as the pandemic, but are we in a pandemic? No, we're not in a pandemic, dog. Like, we're not in a pandemic. This doesn't have an explanation. We were locked down Like we weren't going anywhere. We couldn't go outside. We thought we couldn't breathe air. Like we're fully functional, walking around, like working, making money, making investments, raising our families, doing everything we need to do. And to have the market drop 4.8% is absolutely ridiculous, bro. For a country that's not shut down, we lost that much money. NASDAQ, the previous 5 years, the last it was 4 days later on 3/18/2020, when NASDAQ was down 12.3%. Once again, we were in a pandemic. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't leave. We couldn't do anything. Today, 4.3%. Ridiculous. Ridiculous how much money was being lost and how many people were selling their stock, bro. So it was across the board. It wasn't just certain industries that this happened, bro. Okay. Now, if you look at who was out there who got spared, because you know, there's usually when these things happen, there's always a certain industry that gets spared. There was really little industries that got spared, from crude oil to big tech, including gold. Including gold, everybody lost. You lost today, man, whether you put your money in gold. Because I know cats that say, hey, man, I just put my money in gold. I put my money in silver. I don't put my money in the market. And they lost money today, bro. Crude oil lost money today. All right. Tech lost their money today. All right. So the thing that we need to understand is, man, that the fear of these tariffs is making these companies and go down and making everybody selling their stock and pulling out. And what it's going to do is going to raise the prices on everything. So from what everybody was telling me that I knew to vote for this administration, and those people who told me not to vote for this administration, the people who told me to vote for this administration was telling me, yo, Shaq, you know, it doesn't make sense for you not to vote for this administration because you know, you're gonna basically be biting your nose off, spiting your own face, and messing up your own money. You do this, you're gonna be able to have more money to do this and do that, and this is the money move. Everybody else was saying, no, you know what, Shaq? It's not the money move because of all the things that's getting ready to be taken away. You know, the medical, the this, the that, the da 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 da. So I got friends on both sides. I listen to both sides, but at the end of the day, I'm a grown man. I'm gonna do what's best for me. Okay, I'm gonna do what's best for me and my family. Don't matter what anybody else does. Matters what I do for me. But with all that being said, bro, regardless of whether or not you voted for this administration or you did not, today ain't a good day for everybody. Everybody has lost, bro. And it's looking right now, this is gonna spark a recession. We were already looking like we were possibly getting ready to go in a recession a year or two ago. Now, it really looks like we're going into a recession, all right? Which means what? Which means everybody better start pulling their strings together. Start pulling their strings together, man. Y'all better start trying to figure it out, bro. You better start trying to figure out where you're gonna squeeze an extra dollar out of 15 cents. How you gonna do that? I mean, what are you giving up? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna give up more time to go work some more or work more hours, or are you going to stand pat and keep investing in the market and wait for it to bounce back? But it's looking like a recession is coming, bro. Okay, over $2 trillion worth of U.S. stock was sold today. $2 trillion. All right, $2 trillion today, bro. That's one day. What's going to happen tomorrow? So if you're looking at a dude like myself, I'm looking at my stuff, telling myself, man, what should I do, dog? Should I just stand pat? Like, these are grown-up decisions, bro. This isn't, hey, man, do I want to supersize my number 2 through the drive-through? Now, do I really want to supersize? Do I feel like I could eat a large fry? Nah, dog. This is, and what am I going to do, man? Am I just going to sell all my stock? Because a lot of people who I know have 401ks. Their 401ks haven't been making them much money, and all their money is tied into their 401ks. All right. So if you got your money tied into a 401k, bro, you just lost a shit ton of your money for retirement, which is what a lot of people, I'm not at retirement age, but retirement age is right there for me. It's like, you know, right there. It's not, I'm not up on it yet, But I do got friends that are right up on it. They're at, they're 61, they're getting 62, maybe they wanted to retire early, No, it don't look like you're going to be able to retire till you 67, homie. Okay. And unfortunately, man, that's just what it is. So I'm just going to give you guys an idea of what happened to me today. All right. So today, I'm just going to use a couple of the stocks that I have. All right. My Apple stock went down. Okay. It's now $203 a share. I'm like, that ain't cool. My Microsoft stock went down to $373.11 today. My Nvidia stock went down 7% to $101.80. Now, before the split on Nvidia, it was like $1,200. They just split last year. Nvidia, if you had Nvidia stock, you was sitting real cool, super cool, bro. Okay, Nvidia was paying. Cats was getting paid. I know I was happy, and my wife even has more Nvidia than me. So it was barbecue chicken, bro. Okay, so today Nvidia's $101. Man, big tech is taking a beating, bro. If you got your money in semiconductors, you got your money in computers or software, your Microsoft, your Dell, your Apple, your advanced micro devices, Nvidia, any of these companies, bro, you got smacked in the mouth today. You really got your ass kicked today, dog. All bad. All right. So today, the Magnificent Seven, those of you guys who know about stock, okay, those are the 7 stocks that everybody says that you should at least have something in because they're the Magnificent Seven. These are the 7 ones that prove to be winners throughout the ages. They shed $900 billion by themselves. The Magnificent Seven stock was sold $900 billion worth of stock on the top, universally recognized and internationally known as the 7 best stocks to hold. They shed $900 billion in stock today. $900 billion. I mean, if you can't put your money into something that's a sure thing, that's your ass. It is what it is. Okay. All right. So with that being said, that you got to understand. What's your stomach? How strong is your stomach, dog? Okay. We all know people who can hold their liquor, and we all know people that are lightweights. We all know that, bro. All of us know at least one girl. She looked like she weighs 100 pounds soaking wet that can outdrink Bubba and them. She can outdrink them. Like, there's certain people, man, that alcohol don't affect them like that. And when you're talking about this, a lot of people couldn't hold their water today, bro. A lot of people couldn't hold their water today. All right. So, Liberation Day was yesterday. Stocks down. Market 1,700 points. Biggest drop since the pandemic. And now we got to talk about these tariffs, bro. So actually, before I get to that, here's the official Dow Jones number that ended. The number today was 40,545,000.93, down $1,679% and 39 cents. So rounded up to 1,700. Big loss day today. Now, the tariffs. This is another thing. All right. Trump has instituted the tariffs and it officially hit yesterday, and all hell has broken loose with that. So for those of you guys who may not understand what the tariffs approach is, it's a 2-step approach. The tariffs is a 2-step approach on how you do it. Certain countries who the administration feels has been more egregious towards making money off of us and not returning the favor in regards to lowering our tariffs when we bring our stuff in, or getting penalized more. So the first part of that is 10% on all U.S. trade partners. So it doesn't matter who you are. At the very least, you're getting a 10% tax, tariff tax, just to do business with us. It don't matter if you're a small country like Antigua. Don't matter. You're a small country like Taiwan. You're paying 10% more. It gets higher than that, okay? But it's extra for those who, quote unquote, they call bad actors. Bad actors, meaning that y'all been acting like you want to do business with us, fair trade, but you haven't been. Like China. China's 50%. China's 50%, okay? The only countries that are not getting that right now that's that high is the U.S., is Mexico and Canada, because they're right next to us. But everybody else, China, 50%, Vietnam, Korea, all those countries, it's all bad. It's all bad, bro. And right now, dog, if you want anything that isn't made here in the United States, it's gonna cost you. Now, I was just talking to my significant other about this situation right now. And I was telling her, like, the products that we normally consume, we buy that are out of the country because we consider those products to be better. Okay? I would be willing to guess probably, maybe I'm exaggerating. I'd probably say maybe 60% of you guys are watching me on an iPhone right now. Okay? You're probably watching me on an iPhone. You would say Apple is an American company, but no, their headquarters is not in America. They're like in some countries, Saint Barret's or Saint something. They're in some small little island, Martinique, some shit, where their headquarters is not in the United States. So technically, even though they're Cupertino, California, back in the Bay where I'm from, in that area, that's where Infinite Loop was and downtown and all of that. On the books, they're not an American company, bro, because they don't pay American taxes like you do. So they're talking about having their manufacturing, their parts being moved back here to the United States. Other companies are talking about, Honda's talking about leaving Mexico and building some of these newer cars in Indiana. What's being levied is that Trump is saying, look, man, everybody's getting rich off of us while we're getting more and more in debt. Okay? They're getting rich off of us because we're not buying from our own. But most people are going to say, hey, man, do I want to buy a General Electric TV or am I going to buy am I going to buy a Samsung? Like, I'm going to buy the best thing for my money. I'm not just going to buy something because it's American. He's saying, you better, because if you don't, you better start buying GM. You better start buying Chevrolet. Now, even though they make those cars in Mexico and other countries, they better move them back, because you trying to buy that Daewoo, you trying to buy that Kia, you try to buy that kind of stuff. You trying to buy a Mercedes, you trying to buy a BMW, you trying to buy an Audi. It's going to cost you, dog. It's going to cost you to buy anything that's not American anymore. Now, for me, hey man, if it's something that I want, I'll just pay the freight for it. Because at the end of the day, I'm the consumer. But if it gets to the point where it gets so outrageous to buy something, may not need to be buying nothing new. Better hold on to that TV. Yeah, it gets a little fuzzy. You better slap the side of it. Coop. You know the game is on. You better slap the side of it, dog. You know what I'm saying? You better try to stretch it out. You better try to stretch that car out another 50,000 miles. Because if you only buy Volkswagen, then you better stretch your shit out. All right. So, unfortunately, man, there's 185 countries that are being affected by these tariffs. All right. The highest in 100 years. This administration has definitely put the world on its ear. Hate it or love it, you're going to be getting pinched. All right. You're going to be getting pinched in the pocket. Nothing went down. I was saying this before. If you guys can go back to the election and us covering, the election and covering the the Democratic convention and the Republican convention, and we did big numbers on those. All right, 30,000, 32,000, 25,000. We were hitting big numbers when we were doing all of that. I said that I don't foresee prices dropping regardless. I didn't care who was in office. Oh man, the price of gas, man, it's gonna come down. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Nothing's coming down regardless of who's in charge, because it benefits business to have us pay more for the same product. That's just capitalism. That's just the way it works. That's free market enterprise. If you buy low, you sell high. That's how you stay in business, bro. That's how you do it. You pass along the added cost to the customer, okay? The customer, you pay a little bit more, all right? And like I said, I have not seen eggs ever be as high as they are. I was told last year, eggs cost too much. Hey man, go to the grocery store, eggs is $9, $10 a carton. I mean, since when is eggs $10, bro? Since when is gas $5.75, bro? Like since when? All right? Since the pandemic at the beginning, until people stopped going to them gas stations and going out to eat and doing all of that. Next thing you know, hey man, Applebee's like, hey man, 4 dinners for the price of 1. Like, damn, we got to get somebody in here. Okay? So all I can tell you guys is, man, get ready to pull your purse strings tighter. Get prepared. This is going to be a bumpy ride, man. And what I decided to do was that I went around and I looked at some of these polls and looked at some of these interviews with people based on their age group to see who was more for what was going on with the tariffs and the prices going up, and whether or not they thought it was necessary or they thought it was evil to do it. And I'm going to tell you, man, it's pretty interesting to find out who was saying they were for it and who they were saying wasn't. So I'm gonna give you a couple examples, man, and then I'm gonna read you guys' questions. All right. The first thing was I read about this 71-year-old man. He's already retired. 71. He's retired. He's at retirement age. And what he thought. Basically what he said was, I'm retired. I'm 71, but I think we're going to all get pinched for the time being. It's going to cost us more to do what we need to do. But he said, I think in the long run, it's beneficial because we're going to be able to have more sustainability. It's going to help us with the deficit. It's going to help us with the amount of money we owe and all this kind of stuff. And that's what he had to say. Then I read another lady, a woman who wasn't quite at retirement age, but she had a different point. She said, I'm worried now because my 401k is definitely taking a hit, and I may not be able to retire at 62 now. I may have to work till I'm 67, because right now I'm looking at my money that I had in my investment account, and she might have lost a few $100,000 in her investments, putting it all over there. All right. So she was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I may have to work until I'm 67. I think she was 59, 58, 59 or something like that. So her dream of retiring at 62 and laying out on the beach the rest of her life, that doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay. Then I read another person, they was 38. And this lady was saying it's a necessary evil. She said it's necessary for us to do this. We have to start supporting what we do here in the States. We can't keep spending money outside of our country, and we need to force these companies to build here and provide jobs and do this, that, and the other. And I was surprised because typically a person in her age group is a consumer. She's a person who's going to spend money. She's a person who's going to be buying stuff. I'm pretty sure she has a Louis Vuitton purse or a Gucci purse. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go buy one from JCPenney now? Like, what are you going to do? Let's just cut it out. All right. So then I read some younger people, a lot of you guys in your age groups that might be in your 20s. They're against it because when you're in your 20s, you just want what you want. You don't really, you're not really thinking about the future, thinking about retirement. Retirement's 40 years from now. Like, man, I'm ready to, I should be able to buy what I want to buy at a fair price. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of insight of what your Uncle Shaq gonna do. Uncle Shaq, man, looking at what happened today, looking at what happened. I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. I did expect, but I didn't expect it was gonna drop like this. But I ain't changing, bro. I'm just gonna make more money. I'm gonna make more money and I'm gonna put more money in. So when this thing flips around, I'll be sitting on I'm gonna be sitting on a stockpile of money, everything cheap. Okay? Like what Warren Buffett says, when people are fearful, be aggressive. When people are aggressive, be fearful. Everybody's scared. Everybody's scared right now, dog. And guess what? Scared money don't make none. Okay. So for me, all right, man. Yeah, I took it on the chin, but so did the world. Everybody in the world lost stock. I don't care if Elon Musk, Tesla's down too. I got some Tesla down too, dog. All right, what did I put? Did I write the Tesla number down? Okay, I didn't write it down, but I know it's down. I think it's like 208 or something like that. Okay, Tesla down too. All right, but it's been going down ever since Elon's been Eloning all over everywhere. All right, so for me, bro, it's like, okay, it's like, all right, yeah, man, y'all scored a late touchdown on us, man. I got 2 minutes. I get the ball last, bro. I got to go down the field. All right, man, we gave up a blown coverage. Okay, we gave up a blown coverage, man. And, before the 2-minute warning, they scored a tug. Now I'm down. Damn. Okay, man, let me go down there. I get the ball, man. Let me go down the field. We're my 2-minute offense and let me get this tug right quick and win this game. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like, okay, I'm not a person that has every bit of my money, which is, I don't put all my money in one basket, bro. You put all your money in one basket, that's your ass. Okay? But I didn't do that, but still, my money's my money. But I'm going to sit. We're going to see what it do. See what it do, dog. Okay? Like, okay, is that what we're doing? Now, it's easy for me to say, did I lose millions today? Did I lose tens of millions? Did I lose hundreds of millions today? Did I lose billions? Nah, I didn't lose billions, but it don't matter, dog. If you got $5 in your pocket and you go to the gas station and you reach in your pocket and your car's on empty and you don't got $5, you mad. It don't matter. Money's relative. How much is that $5? That $5 means more than 20 right now when your car is on empty and you don't got nothing. You don't got nothing to put in your tank. That $5 might as well be 100. Okay. So it's all good. Y'all gonna run the tariffs up. Y'all gonna run the bag up. It's gonna cost me more. Cost me more to do what I do. I'm a sneakerhead. Does that mean I'm not gonna go buy my shoes? Because Nike, they get their shoes manufactured in Indonesia. It's considered to be an import. Jordans is gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna walk around not being fly and fresh to death because of tariffs and because of things cost more or whatever? Nah, dog. I'm gonna make more money. How am I gonna make more money? That's the key. But guess what? I'm gonna make more. I'm gonna invest more. Now my investments are gonna be more. I'm gonna have more stock, regardless of whatever happens with this administration, whether it works out or not. I'll be around when things change. There'll be a day when the market's gonna jump up crazy. If we're going into a recession lasts about 3 years, you guys. 3 to 5 years at the minimum. 3 years. So right now, we're about to go in it. It's going to happen. Now, are we going to go into a depression? No. We're not going to go, because my wife was saying, when was the depression? I got to remember, my wife is a lot younger than me. She's like, when was that? I said, it was 1929. Not that I was around, but then again, I was awake in civics class in the 8th grade. Like, I was awake. I wasn't asleep like a lot of y'all. All right. The crash of 1929. Right. I remember asking my grandmother about it. Okay. She said she could barely remember it, but she said it was not good. But with that being said, bro, we're not going to go into a depression, because a depression would leave us vulnerable to be destroyed as a nation. Like if our money is that jacked, like if we're that bad, then anybody can buy out everything we got going on. You know, another thing, China's our biggest borrower. We borrow from China more than anybody. So what if China tries to call in? China tries to call in their, their money. They're like, hey man, we're gonna call it in, because that's what happens, bro. When when you're a company and you got a lot of loans out, a lot of stock, money that you invested, and those banks call those loans in, and you don't have it, you lose your company, bro. It's just like, oh man, your mortgage, you don't pay your mortgage, they foreclose your house, they repossess your car, on a small scale, on an average, everybody walking around as a normal person scale. But as a business, they'll confiscate your shit, okay? And Elon Musk last week should have known. I should have been a little bit more astute. What we need to do is pay attention a little bit more, okay? Just because somebody, you may not like him, you may think he whatever, because a lot of people, are not feeling Elon, man. You better pay attention to Elon. You better pay attention to him, because when he does something and it's news, it will not be long before the rest of us are affected. So let me tell you what he did last week. Then I'm read your questions. Last week, Elon Musk, who we all know owns X, formerly known as Twitter, we still call it Twitter, sold his, Twitter was sold to another one of his companies called AI Holdings or something like that. $44 billion company is Twitter. He sold Twitter to one of his own companies. All right. So he basically took money out of his checking account, put it in his savings account, or put his savings account in his money marketing account, or put his money marketing account in his stock account. See what I'm saying? He just moved his money around. By doing that, bro, Twitter's shares in their stock has been plummeting. All right. It's been going down. All right. He borrowed money from a whole bunch of banks. I think he borrowed $30 billion, and he put in 14 billion of his own money. Because that's what you do when you're wealthy. You don't spend your money. You spend other people's money. You leverage your money and get somebody else to put it in. So guess what he leveraged his money on? He leveraged his money on Tesla stock. He took Tesla and used that as collateral to get the money from the banks to buy Twitter. It's just, you're just Euro stepping your own money. Come on, man. You know, when you see a Euro step, you see Luka Doncic, you see him tonight against the Warriors doing a Euro. That's all you're doing, is doing a Euro with your own money. Here's the thing that I should have been paying attention to a little bit more. The evaluation of Twitter went down to 36 billion, meaning that they've lost like 7 or 8 billion on their, on their evaluation. Because if you got the loan, it's like depreciation. Twitter has depreciated $6 or $7 billion. Okay. But by Elon Musk, and you know what? The banks could have easily called in those loans. They could have easily said, hey, Elon, we're calling in the loans. This collateral's not worth what it was before. We gave you this amount, and now what you're using as collateral is less. We want our money back today. That's all they had to do, bro. And Elon would have been looking crazy that he would have had to come up with, $30 billion. And if you lose 7 billion, that means you would have to come up with an additional 7 billion to cover it. So you need 37 billion. But Elon Musk is not the average guy. Elon Musk is a genius, bro. And like I said before, you don't have to like somebody to give them their props. It don't bother me. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be a person that's learning. Okay. Elon Musk took the stock from Twitter and had his company, an AI company called AI Holdings, buy it. Guess what? AI Holdings evaluation per share was higher than Twitter's. So guess what he did? He just moved his money out of his checking account into his savings account, and now his evaluation is over what it should be, because now the company that holds it evaluation is higher. So it raises the value of Twitter. I mean, you smart as shit, Elon. You a smart cat. All right. And he's going to tie in all his AI stuff with Twitter. So Twitter's going to be an AI social media situation over there. They're going to be having a lot more AI involvement with Twitter and X. So when you're a billionaire, you just borrow from yourself. You just borrow from yourself, man. The bank say, hey man, what's going on? Hey man, let me just make a move real quick. Let me just just go. And when you go inside your online banking and you move, oh, hey man, this check this debit's about to go through. Let me go ahead and take some money out of here. Oh, let me put in $300. Okay, cool. I ain't gonna get an overdraft. Elon ain't getting no overdrafts, dog. How smart is that? I mean, that's just, there's people who really making moves, bro. And you know what, man? You would think somebody's as rich as him wouldn't have to make no move. But guess what he just did? He just saved himself about $37 billion, bro. Even though Twitter stock is going down, and even though Tesla stock is going down, the company that owns Twitter is going this way. Very smart by the homie. The homie, that was smart, bro. How does all of that help us? That's the key. Because you need to be paying attention. Even if you're not in the stock market, even if you're not investment, even if you're just go to work, punch a clock, pay your bills, kiss your kids, hug your wife, get up in the morning and go again. You better understand that money you got in the bank isn't going to be worth what it's worth next year. If you got $120,000 in money in your account for your retirement, next year it's only going to be worth 98,000. You're going to lose money having your money just sit there. Just having your money sit there, not doing shit, not accruing any interest, because they're not going to give you guys. I remember when I got my first bank account. My first bank account, Bill and Sarah gonna know this one. At Eastridge Mall, Bank of America at Eastridge. Y'all know that Bank of America's still there. It was 1974. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you how I know this. The only reason why I know this. My dad opened me up a bank account, a savings account, 1974. I was a little dude. And at that time, the bank was paying 10% interest. You put $1 in there, end of the year, you'd have $100.10. Now, you keep your money in the bank, it's 0.0001. All right. Now, the only reason why I knew that, my father closed it when I was like, I don't know, maybe when I was in high school or something. He closed it. He told me later on, he goes, that was the worst thing I ever did. I should have kept you having that account. I should not have closed it. I didn't even realize I closed because I wasn't old enough to, to have a checking account or nothing. I had another bank, that was using. I forgot who it was. Okay. But my dad said I should have kept that open. That was a mistake. Now, when I had my son, I learned from that. See, when you have a next generation and there was a mistake being done, you don't repeat that mistake. You fix that. My son's going to always have the bank account he has, period. All right. Until he closes it. But even then, he better not. because and the reason why he won't be able to is that it's a custodial account, meaning that my name is on it. You can't do nothing without me. But with that being said, this is how I found out about it. I didn't know. I totally forgot. You know, when you're 6, 7 years old, you don't remember. When I opened up my business account, I incorporated back in 1995. I got an S Corp. I incorporated. Your boy's been doing shit like this for a long time. When I went to Bank of America, I didn't even realize or remember. I went to Bank of America. I had all my stock articles of incorporation. I had all my California shit. I had a certain amount of money I was going to put in the bank to start my bank account. When I went and opened up my business account, which was a corporation, not no sole proprietor. When I did that, they had to pull up records from years ago. They said, "Wow, Mr. Shaq, you've been a customer for a long time." What are you talking about? Right here said you had a savings account in 1974. How old are you? I'm like, wow. They still had a record of me opening my first account because guess what? I was a business owner. When you're a business owner, they got to look at everything because you got tax breaks. You got all this shit you can benefit off of. And they went back. I was like, damn, 1974. They was like, oh yeah, San Jose, because it was here in LA. Oh, San Jose, California. Oh shit. Man, I called my dad later. I said, Dad, hey, they pulled up my bank account from 1974. He was like, man, oh yeah, I should have never closed that. So I'm just letting you guys know, man, when you don't think that this doesn't apply to you, that's a big mistake. I know a lot of y'all don't want to be political. I know y'all don't want to hear, you see that, man, you see 47, you see Elon Musk, you see these dudes, and you're like, man, I don't even want to deal with that. I don't care. It don't have nothing to do with me. It's not my president. All this stuff you guys say, bro. Bottom line, man, you don't have to like somebody to pay attention, bruh. We all had teachers we couldn't stand. I had teachers most of my teachers I couldn't stand. But guess what? I needed that grade point average to play football. I needed that grade point average to play basketball. Like I needed to at least pay attention enough to pass to be able to play in the homecoming game. Like I couldn't get no progress report, so I ain't going to be playing. So I'm just trying to let you guys know, man, you got to find out and pay close enough attention. Now, how you pay attention is going to be up for grabs. For me, I don't watch all these shows, bro. Like I can't listen to all the bullshit, whether it's blue or red. It's too much. Y'all, the blue networks, they pop it too much. The red networks, y'all pop it too much. 9 times out of 10, y'all talking at each other. 9 times out of 10, Bill O'Reilly is talking to, Don Lemon, and Don Lemon is, man, y'all arguing amongst each other, man. All y'all rich as shit. All y'all multimillionaires, bro. Like, I don't care about the measuring you guys are doing. You guys are measuring each other's sticks, paws. It will not be me. With that being said, I'll tell you this. I read. And I don't read no blogs. Okay? I'm Associated Press. I'm USA Today. I'm New York Times. I am LA Times. I'm San Francisco Chronicle. I am Chicago Tribune. I am the Washington Post. Okay? All right? I am the Miami Herald. All right? I'm paying attention to BBC News because when I was over in Europe, BBC was getting it accurate. They were getting it because they're not in the United States. They're not getting control. They're not Fox. They're not these networks that are going to be liberal or Republican. None of that. They're like, United States, this is what's going on over there, man. They are a mess. That's why the pound is worth more than the dollar. That's why the yen is worth more than the dollar. That's why, it's bad. Okay? You don't understand how bad your money is until you go across the pond, bro. When you go over there, it's bad. The money ratio for you to have a pound, it takes $1.60 or so to have a dollar worth of a dollar. Or your dollar's not even a dollar over there. You need 60 more cents. Like your money is nothing compared to the pound. The pound sterling, the euro, your money ain't worth nothing, bro. Okay, it ain't worth shit. Okay, I'm telling you that, man. I found that out, bro. Okay, the first time we ever went to Europe and went to London, bro, we didn't understand. We didn't get it. And went over there, bro, and started doing those conversion rates. And you're converting your money. You're using your credit card and you swiping and you're doing all of this. Oh, they'll take your American money and they do all of that. And then they conversion because you don't want it. You're lazy. You don't want to go and get the currency. You don't want to do any of that. You just want to just swipe your card because that's what you're used to doing and doing all of that, bro. When we got back, first time we went to NFL Europe, bro, from my wife's Ravens. Went over there to go see them play. When we got back, the amount of money that our banks charged us to convert our money to the sterling pound, we spent an extra $1,100 in fees, bro. Not counting what we bought, but $1,100 in fees that the bank was like, keep using that damn card, homie. With your lazy ass. Yeah, sir. Yeah, swipe on, homie. Swipe on. $1,100, bro. I'm like, wow. Damn, we could have hit a couple of more countries up to $1,100, man. It don't cost a lot. When we get over there, it's very cheap. The next time we went to go see the Raiders and the damn Jaguars, it was a different story. The next time, which was the next year, when we went to NFL Europe, it was different because we knew we're not going to get gaffled, homie. What we did was we went to the bank and we took 2,000 of American dollars and we converted it to euros and pounds. Now, let me tell you guys something. All right. I'm going to read your comments, but I just got to let you guys know. Shaq knows what he's talking about. When you go to the bank and you try to convert money, they will hem and haw on that. You walk in there, bro. I walked into a bank. I ain't gonna say the name because I still bank with them, but a bank that is a what they call a marquee bank, which is a bank that's a big bank that has a lot of activity. And I said, yeah, we want to get $2,000 and convert it over. You know what they said? Oh, we don't do that here. What? This is the biggest branch in LA. You guys don't do that? They said, no, you got to go. Put my hand up. You got to go to this very small, rinky-dinky branch and do it there. All this business y'all doing in here, bankers, suited, booted, all these people standing in the line, and I gotta go to the strip mall bank? Yeah, you gotta go there. I was like, all right. So we went over there, bro. There was nobody in there. See, the bank don't want you to know where the money is. The money's where you don't think it is. It's over there. We walked in there was nobody in there. Security was there, though. I'm like, why is there 3 security guards in there? Ain't nobody in here. You walk into the branch and you can hear the air conditioning. You can hear the air conditioning running. There was nobody in there. No customers. We walk in. Yes, I'd like to take $2,000 out of my bank account and convert it over, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, what denominations would you want? Told her, we'll be right back. Went right in the back, came out. Anything else, Mr. Shaq? No, you've been very helpful. Thank you. Nobody came in the bank the whole time we was there. Nobody came in from the time we walked in there, from the time we walked up to the teller, from the time I requested $2,000, from the time we converted it over. We got $1,000 in euros and $1,000 in sterling, and then nobody came in. I mean, next to a Subway. This place is next to Subway, okay? The bank you go to that you think is rinky, is that's upscale. They don't have no money. They don't got no money in there. Okay, funny as hell. Now, the other thing we did is that we had a credit card, a card. I ain't gonna say the name because hey, I'm not getting paid. You want to pay me to say what it is, cool. But the card that I had, no fees. No conversion fees. There's a bunch of them online. So when we were over there, we only spent the cash on getting, going, getting on the train or little things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Going on the underground, doing all of that, just little stuff like that. Little, go to here, go there. Swoop, swipe that card, worked everywhere. No fees. No fees, bro. None. And certain stores, they will let you decide, do you want to buy in pounds or do you want to buy in American? I always said buy American for those stores because they had relationships with American banks, so they wouldn't charge me the conversion rate. It'd be more if you look at the pounds. It'd be okay, 67 pounds. And then over here it'd be 98 pounds. I mean, $98. More, but no conversion. So I'm just trying to let you guys know, man, pay attention. If you like money and you like having money in your pocket, it might do you a favor to pay attention to what Elon's doing. It might do you a favor to see what Warren Buffett's doing. It might do you service to see what 47's doing. If not, man, don't complain about eggs being $10 a carton. Don't complain about gas being high as hell. Don't complain about your electric bill being high. Don't complain about sales tax. They just rose the sales tax here in LA, man. It's like 9-point-something%. They just did that the other day. All this stuff about, it's going to be cheaper, Shaq. Oh, we're going to save money. When? Where? How? I'm not doing what I'm not giving up my lifestyle. I work too hard. I work too hard. My family worked too hard. My wife worked too hard. My parents, her parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents, everybody. Hey man, I'm not cutting no cable, bro. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not cutting no cable. I'm not buying less Jordans. I'm not downscaling my car. I'm not smoking less cigars. I'm not gonna stop eating out. I'm not doing none of that. What I'm gonna do is make more money. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna secure the bag, bruh. However I gotta do that, dog, as long as it ain't putting me in jail and it ain't nothing strange for no change. As long as I can look my son in the face and look my wife in the face and know that I didn't do nothing crazy. Because a lot of y'all, hey, better get that OnlyFans account jumped off, okay? And OnlyFans, you can show your feet off. You got some good looking feet, they might give you some money. If it ain't gonna lock me up and it ain't gonna make me look crazy in front of my family, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen, but I'm not giving up nothing. I'm not scared. Okay. Yeah, just keep the door open. Is he okay?
He's in the room.
In our room? Okay. All right, don't tell him that you're leaving. Just leave. All right. Okay. Yeah, wife's gonna go handle some business. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys this stuff, man. And this is what we do over here. Always remember, Matthew Shack Unfiltered is a lifestyle channel. We're entertainment, lifestyle, politics, money, and sports. Like, we talk about whatever, dog. So I just thought it was important for you guys to know. Today was not a good day for this country as far as money. We're the richest country in the world, but somebody's got to pay the bill, man. It's going to be the middle class. Yeah, the rich lost money today, but they got tax shelters. They got other ways, that they can protect their investments. They got other things that they can do. They can move their money around, do what Elon did. Elon knew this was getting ready to pop off. I don't know how he knew. I'm not going to speculate how he knew. It's not my job. All I knew is that when he made that move and saved himself, those loans being called in for about 37 billion, and now his company and Twitter is worth more than what it was before, just because he moved it over there, just because he moved this stuff out of this account into that account. What are we doing? It ain't all about money, dog. A lot of this has to do with strategy and planning shit. All right, so let me read you guys' comments, man. All right, anybody who tips gets their questions read first. And hey, man, God bless everybody, bro. God bless everybody. However you do it, God bless. It ain't easy out here, dog. But don't act like it doesn't apply to you, because it do. You're just gonna ignore it. You're gonna ignore it. A lot of people I know gonna ignore it. Oh man, I ain't in the stock market anyway. Yes, all right. When you go pick up that number 3, you gonna know it's $3 more. I'm gonna tell you, man. I just went to Chick-fil-A, man. I just went to Chick-fil-A. I didn't go to Chick-fil-A because I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. I went to Chick-fil-A because I got a little dude that said he wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. All right, let me go to Chick-fil-A. I didn't even order nothing big. I ordered a 4-piece chicken strip, regular fries, regular drink. My son had a kid's meal, which is 2 chicken strips, a small fry, and apple juice box. You know how much that shit was? $26. $26 for 6 chicken strips, 2 small fries, a regular size drink, and a juice box. $26. Really, bro? And the chicken strips were this big. Really, dog? Do I want chicken strips or not? I guess I'm paying $26. Carlos Holler in the house. Daniel Berry Sports. Justin Saab, what's going on? Let's heal it. Big B. Let's get these likes up, you guys. Yeah, man, these likes are lacking. Likes are lacking, you guys. Okay? What's going on? Justin Saab, I don't know what's going on. Does this include crypto and XRP? I would imagine that it's going to affect it. We know crypto's not regulated at this point. It's deregulated. But what will happen is that it's going to mirror it. Any type of currency will mirror other currencies. And I would expect something to happen with that. But I think they're going to try to regulate it. They're going to try to regulate it even more. Okay? It's not going to be free no more. Ray Love in the house. Prado and Sons. MA said it feels like 2 years. It does. Okay? All right. Big Time Willie. Regarding investment, somebody said buy when the blood's in the streets. Trump said the economy will boom. Yeah, man. You gotta do it, man. It's just a more gangster way to say what Warren Buffett always says. When you're fearful, be aggressive, and when you're aggressive, be fearful. Right now, everybody's scared. It's the time to buy. Okay, it's what it is. Time to buy. All right. Product supply. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but we will be wealthier sooner than later. I lost 100K. There you go, man. That's one way to look at it. We're definitely, a lot of people saying it's worth it. They're saying it's a necessary evil. We've been, we're the biggest import country in the world, and we don't buy from our own. I mean, it's really to the point where we think that American products are inferior to products that are imported. I just told you, bro. I mean, are you going to go buy a General Electric television? No. Not unless it's super cheap. But if it's the same price as a Samsung or a Sony, you're going to buy the Sony because you've been conditioned to understand, oh, it's better. Product's better. All these things. That's what you're going to say. I appreciate you saying that, product supply, because it's good for the chat to see real people who lost real money today. Because, it ain't your money. You just think, oh, man, ain't no big deal. No, dog. Trust me. It's going to affect everybody, dog. Okay. Somewhere said I just short the market. It's really simple. Yeah. Yeah. But did you short the market yesterday? I mean, yeah, short the market is good now to say it, but did you short it before it happened? Did you short it yesterday? If you would have shorted the market yesterday, you would be sitting cool. And a lot of people did short the market and make money. But did you do it on time? Shorting the market now, it's too late. The big gain was today. The 1,700 points down was the day to short the market. Was today, was to have it set up for yesterday. I predict, crystal ball, the market will drop 1,700 points. Man, you doing hell good. But did you do it though? That's the key. All right, because a lot of people didn't do it. If it was so simple, people wouldn't have did it. All right. Whittington Thomas, what's going on, Whittington Thomas? What's happening? Jason Sism, what's good? Hope all's well from the D. Yes, sir. Said on already. You think we might go into a recession? Yeah, we're going in recession. This is what they want. They want us to go to recession. Okay. What does a recession mean for big business? A recession for big business means that they get to, it's like a timeout in a game. Okay. You know, watching a basketball game, man, and your team is up 10. And then next thing you know, the team that you're beating by 10, they go on an 8-0 run. And then you call a timeout. Your coach calls a timeout. You're still winning, but you ain't winning by 10. You're winning by 8. I mean, winning by 2 now. So the recession is a chance for the companies in the United States to shore up their stuff, to stockpile. They start doing what? They start, getting rid of people. You start letting people go. The unemployment rate goes up. And those people who have a job, guess what happens? You work more for the same amount of money. It happens all the time, bro. They get rid of a whole department and then they split up that work on your desk. So guess what? You got to do your job and you got to do somebody else's job to what? Keep your job. I mean, and that's what they do, and why they're still making more money and generating the same amount, but they're not paying the same money in salary. They're not paying the same money in 401k matching. They're not paying the same money when it comes to health care. They're saving money and getting more production out of their employees. Do that for 2 or 3 years. Then they can say, okay, are you good? Are you good, Microsoft? Yeah, I'm good. Are you good? Yeah, NVIDIA, I'm good. Are you good? Yeah, Elon, I'm good. All right, man, let's hire some people. What happened all those 2 or 3 years, bro? You're out here trying to get it out the mud. Okay, it's definitely going to happen. All right. Tyrannosaurus Papa said, huge hit today. Major global recession incoming. Get ready. Go Whittington Thomas talking to unknown Raider guy. Okay, said we will rebound. We will. Hiring more workers. Yeah, but not initially. It's going to be some firing first. Okay, even some of these companies that are talking about moving their productions here to the States, they're not gonna hire a lot of people, because if you're in another country, like for instance Honda, I just heard that Honda is going to be, they got this new CR-V car that they were having that were going to be being built next year. They're going to move production from Mexico to Indiana to build these cars, which sounds like good. They're going to be more American jobs. How much money you think they were paying the people down in Mexico? Maybe 2 to 1, if not 3 to 1. Okay, 3 to every 1 person they're going to be paying here. So what are they going to be doing? Smaller people being hired, and they're going to have to do what? Have more production to get the same amount of money. So yeah, on the surface it looks cool, but don't expect them to hire 50,000 people. They might hire 6,000. That's just saying. Okay, sold but not wiped out. I agree. Fidel Torres said, "Good topic, Shaq. That's what we do." Okay, that's what we do. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I have the doors open, you guys. All right. Understand that. Okay. Winnington Thomas talking to unknown Trump administration has to succeed on some level. Now, here's another thing. I just read maybe about 30 minutes before I came on that Donald Trump is willing to negotiate on these tariffs. Wheeler dealer Trump, man, he's about to wheel and deal, bro. He like, hey, so what you got in mind? This dude is not playing. He's about to wheel or deal. Like, hey, man, okay, deal or no deal. He's about to deal or no deal your ass. He's willing to negotiate. Now, I'll tell you this right now. If I'm gonna say this right now, and I call him DTZ, because if you're doing all of this, you got to have a hip hop name. If DTZ gets China to wheel and deal, salute. Because we owe them a lot of bread. We owe them a lot of bread, bruh. Trillions. If he can get them to be like, hey, because we about to 50% tax your ass, maybe these China products might be cheaper that we all like. If he could pull that, I'm with it. But let's see if he could pull it. All right. Yeah, the Yankee game's on, but hey, man, without no money, I can't watch the Yankee game. Without no money, this is more important. My money more important than the Yankees, dog. Okay, I ain't gonna miss that. I ain't gonna miss Golden State and the Lakers. I ain't gonna miss that. All right. Yeah, everything is going up. Yeah, man. Chicken and frozen, anything with a PE over 20 is gonna get throttled. I agree. Eggs, fuel climbing big time, especially in California. Hey, man, it's bad here, bro. Dog, it's bad here living in California, man. But then again, I'm from here. I mean, me leaving here, it's gonna take a lot. If it's just, oh, it costs too much, that ain't good enough. I've lived in other states, bro. I've lived other places. I've lived in cheaper areas, cheaper states. Hey, man, I just have to pay, bro. I just have to pay, man. I ain't going nowhere. Stay my ass right here, make money. Make money, dog. I make money. I ain't got to worry about it. Concentrate on my bag. I can live wherever I want. Okay, I'm not leaving, bro. I'm not leaving unless it's a deal that's just a deal that I can't refuse. All right, okay, all right. Yeah, work your 9 to 5, save your job for seniority because recession is going to cause layoffs. Yeah, I'm telling you what Unknown Raider guy said made a lot of sense. If you have any type of seniority or any type of favor at your job, you got to make yourself more valuable. You have to make yourself more valuable now, bro. You can't just skirt through and not make yourself more valuable. You got to make yourself more valuable. If that means go get that certificate, go back to school, get that degree, learn another skill, learn how to do more than one thing, learn how to, be more of a Swiss Army knife, They might say, hey, man, you know what? We're not doing this anymore. And you say, well, hey, we're doing this. Oh, I could do that. Like, you're going to have to make yourself more valuable, man. The lazy person who I have it in the bag, good luck to you. Good luck to you, brother. All right. Okay. Egalitarian in the house. NVIDIA said, NVIDIA stock fell off, hurt us $100 a stock. Yeah, man. 101.80. How do I know? $101.80. But I ain't gonna cry. I'm just gonna buy more. All right. Okay. All right. You already know what it is. Solid pick for recession. Yes. Okay. Tariffs are a bad thing. Yeah, man, but we've had tariffs for 100 years. Tariffs is something that we've always had. The only reason why is now it's in the American lexicon, and we've always had it. Just not to the degree that we've had it now. Okay? Yeah, we're going to see. It's going to have to work out, you guys. Let's get these likes up, you guys. Said you're holding Bitcoin. Bitcoin's ready to take off. There you go, man. This is why I'm doing this. I care about y'all. I care about y'all money, man. Without y'all money, man, y'all ain't gonna have no internet connection. You ain't gonna have no cell phone to watch me. Like, I'm trying to help y'all, dog. I'm trying to help you guys. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, man, everybody has tariffs, bro. Okay. All right. Yeah, Sarah, people didn't realize that the U.S. companies pay tariffs, didn't raise the prices on us. Oh yeah, they don't understand how the game works. Like I always say, Sarah, you don't have to remember all of that, but all you got to do remember is that the cost of the price is passed on to the customer. That's how you know. That's how you know, bro. I'll give you a perfect example. Sarah, In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger has done very well with keeping their prices down. In-N-Out Burger is still affordable in comparison. I mean, if I would have spent $26 at In-N-Out Burger, me, my wife, and my son would have ate. Okay? But I spent $26 for some small ass chicken strips. But that's what my son wanted, and I got it for him. But there's been a hack on the on a secret menu that people have been using to save money on a burger. And it's the Flying Dutchman. You guys know, if you guys go to In-N-Out Burger, if you in an area where there's In-N-Out Burger, Flying Dutchman is basically a plain burger, plain patty with cheese and onion, no bun. And what people have been doing, instead of spending for a double, which is, I think it's like $8, $7, $8, something like that, they just been buying everything separate. They've been buying two Flying Dutchmans, singles, that, a bun, 2 buns, buy those buns separate, buy the condiments separate, and they've been saving like $2, saving $2 on a burger. You just assemble it yourself. Instead of paying 8 something, you're only paying 6 something, but you're buying everything separate. I'll take 2 Flying Dutchmans with cheese, of course it comes with cheese, grilled onions on that. I'll buy 2 buns, okay, because they sell all that shit separately, buns. Add mustard, ketchup, add lettuce, tomato. $6. But when you buy it all together, it's 8. And that's been like that. That's been like a little something that they've been allowing to happen. Not anymore. Not anymore. They said that they're passing that along to the customer. You're not going to be able to get away with that because they say they're losing money. And I'm just saying, hey, man, once In-N-Out Burger says, hey, man, you can't even use the secret menu to come up, it ain't going to work. Huh? It's all bad. My dad's on here. My dad. That's how I know I'm doing the right thing. My father's on here. Okay? I didn't even know you was on here, Dad. My dad. This is why the Shacks still own land and property, because it holds its value. Hey, man, I'm related to this guy right here. I'm related to Matthew Shack Sr. Okay? I'm Matthew Shack Jr., and that's Matthew Shack III in there. I'm good. My father just told me I'm good. I'm good. I got land. I'm straight. Good job, Dad. Glad we kept that land in the family. We never sold any of our land. My great-grandfather, land that he bought, we still own. We got property and rental homes, and we got our stuff going. Good job, Dad. Hey, man, that's beautiful. My father on here letting me know I'm good. All right. Good job, Dad. All right. Okay. Unknown Raider guy said if things goes bad in 2008, unfortunately, the housing market could crash. I'd advise folks that don't own a house to pay off all their bills and afford housing if it works. Well, for people like me that's looking to get into the housing market, it won't be long now before I'm in my crib that I want. Oh, it's done. These people ain't gonna be able to afford these cribs, bro. These banks aren't gonna want to hold all these mortgages. They're definitely gonna be ready, bro. And I got a very good FICO score, very good credit score. I can't wait, bro. I'm about to get me a crib. Dog. It's going down. I'm gonna get me a house. I'm telling you, it's about to happen. All right. Yeah, just wait to see. When times people American products like autos have been foreign imported parts in them, they increase price too. Oh yeah, you'll be surprised, bro. Winter times, you know what's funny? I was flipping through YouTube, and the shorts, and they were talking about this guy who bought a Bugatti. He bought a Bugatti, bro, and he took the Bugatti in to get it serviced, and he had to get a part on it. And come to find out that the part that he had to replace on it, it was going to cost him like $6,000. And come to find out, it was just an Audi part, a part from Audi, which was what? A part from Volkswagen. He had no idea the $1.2 million car he had a Volkswagen part in it. He said, man, I just went to the Volkswagen dealer and got the part, and then I just had somebody put it in. I mean, the part was only like $300. It was crazy, bro. Like those Bugattis and these high-end cars, they have the same shit. Your Volkswagen Jetta got the same fuel injection system. I mean, that was crazy, bro. All right. Okay. Bill Holloway said, bring back Levi's. Maybe they'll fit again. I was all I wear is Levi's. T-Day Slide put the world on notice. It's going down. You got to pay now. You want to do business with America? You got to pay. All right. I'm scrolling, you guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, houses with 200,000 in the 2008. Yeah, man. I mean, my father told me to buy a house a long time ago, man, in the 90s. But dad's like, you know what you need to do? You should buy a house. But I was having too much fun. Like, what do I need a house for? I'm having too much fun. I ain't have no house. Okay? Should have did that, dog. So what happened when you don't listen to your parents? Okay? You don't listen to your parents. It's too late now. But it ain't too late because my dad said I got property and my family's good. Okay? So I'm good. All right? I'm good. All right? You just read it. My dad told me that. I'm good. I'm good. All right? Now I really ain't gonna give up nothing. All right. Okay. Holla at your boy. Yes, line it. Hey, shady business. Let's talk. Let's talk, man. I'm ready to anything that's legal. It ain't gonna make me look like a fool. I'll listen. Y'all it's gonna sting for a bit. Bring them jobs back is a good thing. Not bad. Okay. Sarah said I went to Safeway to get some eggs. 18-pack wasn't there. They wanted $49.95 for 5 dozen. Went to Costco, got it for $21.38. Yeah, but you gotta have that Costco membership, okay? Which what costs $100? Like these people, man, you better go. You gotta spend, bro. Like these people just refuse. They think they're gonna cheapy weepy themselves through life. It's not gonna work. Okay, when the long term, this will be good. Yeah, man, but you gotta go through the pain first, bro. Okay, it's like, hey, man, hey, man, for those cankles, we're going to have to do cankle surgery. You're going to be limping around for 8 months. It don't mean, oh, yeah, well, shoot, at the end of 8 months, I'm going to be running around. You're going to be still got that pain. You're going to be taking that pain meds and all that. I'm trying to tell you. We're going to be talking a lot more about money, bro. I told you I was going to start doing it. But today, y'all asked me to do it. Okay? And I knew it. Pensions will start coming back. Overspending has gone too long. Time to pay the piper. Okay. All right, man. Tight, man, with CPT. Okay. Got Compton in the building. Okay. Alondra in the house, man. You know, Compton Boulevard. Okay. Tam's Burgers. Okay. Straight up. Dale's Donuts. Hey, dog, I'll be down there in the CPT. Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Love and blessings. Dakota Miller, I'm all for bringing jobs back, but I'm worried nobody will want to work them. All the youth want to do is TikTok dances and professional garments for jobs. Well, here's the thing, Dakota. You know how much money these kids are making on TikTok? Do you guys know that these kids are getting paid for Instagram posts? These kids are getting paid to stream? These kids are getting paid to make play on video games? They're making more money than their parents are. There's kids that make more money flipping shoes than their parents. Like, these kids are enterprising, bro. They're enterprising. They really make money without even having to work. Like what we call work, they don't do. They don't do. Remember when you played, you're not going to ever be anything playing on that Atari system and playing on that PlayStation and playing on that damn Genesis. These kids is designing games. They're getting paid $150,000, $200,000 a year to test games. There's a kid, the highest paid kid on YouTube. I forgot his name. This kid, all he does is unbox products. That's all he does. I think he's 12. He unboxes products. He gets products. He unboxes them. He talks about them. play the video games or whatever. You know what his yearly salary is? $47 million. His parents, guess what they do? They manage him. There ain't no job. You can talk about, hey, you don't work. 47 million a year because he has like 10 or 12 million people that follow him all over everywhere. And all he does is unbox toys and unbox games and plays them on his thing. And he make 47 million a year. And they, what, you gonna go to the job at the at the paper mill now? Oh, well, you know, I got to go to the paper mill. I have a real job. Your son making 47 million a year and you gonna go have a real job unloading trucks? No. So these kids nowadays are making more money than their parents, bro. Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat and all of these dudes. These dudes are 22. Kai Cenat got turned down $100 million deal with Kick because he was making more money than $100 million. Like, these kids is sitting on a computer having generational wealth, bro. Their parents don't. Working is embarrassing for them. Mom, I can't have you out there going to job, working the drive-through no more. I love my job. Nah, that's a bad look for me. How much are they paying you over there? Oh, I'm making about $3,000. Here's $30,000 a month. Go over there and find something to do. Like, so you can't talk about these kids on TikTok, man. The kids making money. All right. Union said there's nothing that forces companies once they stated their profits. Boeing did this in Tennessee years ago, said they built a factory and helped us vote, then they backed out. Well, here's another thing about Tennessee. Guess where the AI company is at AI Holdings that Elon Musk sold Twitter to last week? Guess where they're located? Nashville. Tennessee. Why? No state tax. No state tax in Tennessee. No state tax in Nevada. No state tax in Florida. Ain't that right, Dad? And no state tax in Texas. How much money did Elon save in taxes by moving Twitter from San Francisco to Tennessee? Just asking for a friend. These people aren't rich just because. They're very smart. All right. Andre Styles says it's going to be hilarious with Trump running into the dirt. They elected him, dog. I don't, like I say, man, I don't have any sympathy for anybody. However it turns out is how it turns out. That's what they wanted. I just want to see the people that told me that everything was going to be cheaper. I don't know where that's happening at. That's all I know. Exciting times if the shit hits the fan. Work hard, make good decisions, have faith. Justice Saw, sacred money don't make no money. Scared money, excuse me. You're correct, but to lose money is the crappiest feeling. You gotta be smart, bro. You gotta put money in things that don't depreciate. Like my father just said. One thing about, I could say, my grandmother, his mother, my dad's mom, she told me all the time, she was like, we got land, like, we ain't never gonna sell it. Because at the very least, we can go live on our own land. Like, if things get crazy, we go to our own property, grow our own crops, do what we got acres. It ain't like, oh, we got acres. Like, okay, you just gonna have to get out there and till the soil, plant some corn, do something. Okay, so that's what that is. When someone said investments are like gambling, think about it. You got to know when to bet big, when to slow your roll. True. All right. People still buying Starbucks. That's a good sign. Yeah, man. People aren't going to give up their guilty pleasures. They're not going to give it up. I'm not, dude. I'm not giving it up. Is it raining? I see some water drops. I just want to make sure. Okay. I want to make sure. All right. Yeah, I got a little cloud over me, man. A little one. Little bit of droplets. Okay, I may have to go inside, you guys. All right. Yeah, cigars and Jordans are going up. I ain't going to stop. Better have a plan C, B, and C. Okay. Hire more workers. Stock market just one stream, have other streams. You need 7 streams of income. 7. If you're real smart, you'll have an octopus. 8 streams of income. I'm working on mine, dog. I'm working on them. I need more. Oh yeah, I feel it. But I don't understand, why is it raining right here and it's not raining over there? It's like I have a cloud right here that's raining. That's crazy. Like right here, see this right here is gray, but you look over there, it's clear. It's crazy, man. I don't get it. Why are you raining like right here, bro? Like, I don't get it. All right. All right. There's an HR bill to dismantle the Federal Reserve. Yep. They push for that Treasury turned into rates negative like Japan. When you get to the point where they're at, it's not even a matter of money, it's a matter of control. Okay? You want power. Power, if you can, like I say this, man. Do I need to have $1 million, or do I need to control $1 million? I don't need to have it. As long as I can control it, I'm good. I don't, the way that my culture is, and a lot of our cultures is that ownership is the holy grail, to own it. Oh, well, I got this car. Well, do you got the pink slip? I ain't gonna be impressed unless it's yours. Okay? That type of stuff. But do I need to own it if I can control it? It's all a matter of perspective. Do I need to own the Bugatti, or do I need to, if I could drive it anytime I want? If I could drive it anytime I want and get it anytime I want, and it's filled up and gas is filled and I have control of it, do I need to own it? Now, most people are like, yeah, it's mine, because you put a lot of on it on you owning it. It's mine. If it ain't yours, you're not impressed. If it ain't theirs, they're not impressed. But there's people running around like, what do I want to own it for? That's responsibility. That's me having to pay taxes. That's me having to be responsible for it. That's me having to pay insurance on it. I just want to drive the car. I want to just use the car whenever I want to. I want to just live in this place and live here and not have to pay nothing. You live in a big ass mansion. The mansion's $50 million. You live in there and you don't have to pay a cent. Some people be like, well, you don't own it though. So what? If I own it, I get the same things that's good about it, and all the stuff that's not good about it. Property taxes, HOA dues. I got to pay all these people in here. So that's what it is, man. Like, they want power. They want to be able to control. You have to do this, and you over there, you have to do that, and you back there, you have to do this, because I said so. Because money, what's the use of having money if you can't control nothing? You just have money. You can't control nothing. Okay? But if you could control people, then you don't have to worry about, I have money and that's it. It's just like when you try to cancel somebody. Like I said, there's certain people that can't be canceled, no matter what they do. DTZ can't be canceled. Dave Chappelle can't be canceled. Kanye West can't be canceled. Elon Musk can't be canceled. Those guys, there's nothing you can do. You cannot cancel those guys. You can't cancel Trump. He's the president again. You can't cancel Dave Chappelle. He talk about everybody. LGBTQ plus community. They tried to shut him down at Netflix. Didn't work. Dave Chappelle cannot be canceled. Kanye West definitely can't be canceled. Look at all the stuff he's doing. He's still doing what he's doing. Nothing you can do. He's outside of the system. He releases his records. He don't have a record deal. He doesn't have a shoe deal. He doesn't have anything, but he's still running, doing what he's got to do, and he's making more money than he was before. Okay? And the last guy's Elon Musk. Can't cancel him either. Hate him all you want. Ain't shit you can do. That's what it is. Okay? All right. I'm going to get up out of here pretty soon, you guys. All right. Yeah. Use other people's money, bro. That's what you do. Okay? Elon used another company that was worth more, who was smaller, to fix his debt. The man's in debt. The richest man in the world is in debt. A loan is a debt. But there's good debt and there's bad debt. And the fact that he had 44, excuse me, I keep saying million because I ain't thinking the way I'm supposed to think when I'm talking about Elon. $44 billion evaluation company that has lost 7 million in evaluation due to his own personality and his own things that's come out of his own mouth. He's one that devalued the company by all the crazy shit he's been doing. But with that being said, my company over here's evaluation is worth more than Twitter, but Twitter's bigger. Let me just have them buy Twitter. Now it's part of that, which raises it back up. I mean, it just, oh, and also, you think that it was good for everybody? It wasn't. Investors in Twitter, the investors and stockholders still lost money. He didn't lose any money, but the stockholders did. They didn't gain any money by him moving the company over. The stock didn't raise, just the evaluation of the company who owns Twitter went up. But they're still down. I mean, you got to be smart. All right. You said the money from the banks is our money in savings accounts that they bank the loan out. That's true. When you put your money in the bank, they loan your money out 10 times. They put your money in, they're loaning your money out 10 times. That's how, and you won't know that until you go and you ask for a certain amount of money. Oh, you go in there and you cash your check for 600, they got it. You go in there and ask, you cash your check in there for 5,000, they got it. You try to cash a check that's 10,000 or more. Let me tell you how I know. The first check that I got that was for doing business with some of my, one of my clients that I still do business with. The next year, because I just did a little bit of business, they wanted to do more business, and I had a check that was more than 10 grand. It was more than $10,000. Me, I'm still a cat from the hood. I'm still from the east side. Bill, Sarah. I'm about to go to the bank and cash it. I want the money in my hand. See, because when you come from where we come from, man, I want to hold it. I need that money in my hand. I need that money in my hand so I could feel it. Yeah, so you could feel like you got some money instead of just, let's put the check in the bank. Nah, dog, this was like a first time I ever got some real money, like in a long time. So I was like, man, shit, this was years ago. Man, I get this check. I decide that I'm going to go to the bank where it's drawn on. The bank where it says at the bottom, okay? It said Wells Fargo. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm about to walk into Wells Fargo. I'm about to cash this check and get my cash. All right? It wasn't Wells Fargo, but I'm just going to use that name. All right? Not only that, I had an account on that bank. I'm going to use Wells Fargo because I don't bank with Wells Fargo. I went in there, dog. I have an account. I have all my IDs. I stuck my card in the card reader, chip reader, all that shit. Tore that shit off. Okay. Signed the back, endorsed it, slipped that shit up in there, ran my shit. What can we do for you, Mr. Shaq? Yeah, I want to cash this check. Oh, you don't want to deposit it? See, these are the things you don't know until you know. I'm like, nah, I just want to cash it because I want to just have it on me for a little bit, feel like I got some money. Even though I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. He was like, just 1 second. Now understand, bro, I done cash 5,000, 2,000, 200, any number, bro. It got to that 10,000. 1 second. He logged off his computer, took the check, and went over there and talked to a lady that looked like she was the manager. I'm like, okay, but they're going to get my money. That lady came over to me. Yes, Mr. Shack, I understand you want to cash this check. Yes, I want to cash the check. Do you want to deposit it? That's the second time I was asked. I'm kind of like, nah, I want my money. Hold on a second. Why is all this holding on a second, bruh? Can't you just cash my check? They got on the phone. See, we got to make a phone call. Like, who you making a phone call to? They made a phone call to the credit department to make sure this check really was a real check, even though they ran it through and everything was up. They still checked it. I was like, they had me waiting, bro, 10 minutes. Mr. Shack, you like some water? No, I'm starting to get mad. You start thinking all kinds of stuff. Hey, man, are you just doing this because, I look a certain way? I like what's going on? Okay. Lady comes back. Said, okay, Mr. Shack, everything seems to be in order. How would you like it? I said, man, just give it to me, big bills in the hundreds, shit, what's it going to be? It's going to be $100 bills. I mean, shit, 10 times 10 is 100. Give me my money. Lady goes in the back. About another 6 or 7 minutes pass. She comes back. When she came back, she didn't have my money. She said, I'm sorry, Mr. Shack, we don't have this amount of money for us to cash it out. Excuse me? We do not have it. We do not have $10,000 in cash. But if you want to wait a couple of days, we can give it to you then. Or you can deposit it. Man, you wasted 30 minutes of my time. What did I wind up doing? Depositing it. Which is what I should have did in the first place. They did everything in their power not to give me that money, bro. They were like, we're not giving you no $10,000 in cash, homie, unless you order it. You got to order that. Order it. You have to order that cash. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. Guess what? Put the money in the bank. Check my balance. It was in there. Okay. Went to the bank, asked for the money. They gave it to me. The next day. By then, I didn't even want 10,000. I'm like, man, they ain't going to have the same feel. I said, let's give me like 2,000 of it. So I could just walk around with $2,000 for a couple of, for buy a little couple of something. So I'm just trying to let you guys know you got to be careful. Okay. Just as I talk about Steph, we ain't worried about no Steph. We ain't worried about Steph. Steph, one person. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, car insurance was $115. Now it's $199. All right, I'm going to start scrolling, man. I got to get up out of here, man. I've already been on here an hour and 30 minutes, man. What time is it? Yeah, we got to get up here and get ready to watch these games. Okay. Yeah, so Dante said, so basically by having this company buy each other. Yeah. Why you think, what's the use of having a company if it doesn't benefit me? Plus the rationale was, I'm going to merge the AI technology with this company. Twitter, X is going to now be an AI social media company. That's all he did. He just increased the value of his A1 company by attaching it to Twitter, and he saved money. But that's what you have companies for. Okay? People say, get your 401k out now. If you got 401k, man, you better figure it out, homie. Not good. 401k's taken. You're losing money by the second. Some people can't move out of their 401k because they're not vested. Some people, you got to be vested to move your money out. And then another thing, you have to have a certain time of year where that you can do that. There has to be a certain time of year, like a certain quarter. They only, like certain companies only do it in the first and third quarter or the second and fourth quarter. Okay. Like there's all kinds of ways they prevent you, man, from getting at your money, bro. I mean, I heard that I don't know if you guys know who Grant Cardone is. A lot of y'all might have heard of him. But I remember seeing a video of him talking about that he tried to go get $1 million of his money out the bank. And they wouldn't let him get his money out the bank unless he had an armed security guard. They wouldn't give him $1 million in cash, and he had to wait 30 days. And the bank was right next door to his place, and he had like, 300 million in there, and he wanted to just get $1 million out just to show on social media. And they wouldn't. They told me they were not going to give him his own money unless he had a armed security, and it was going to take them 30 days to get the cash. And I was like, wow, man, that's crazy, man. I give you my money and you hold my money hostage? Yeah. They did it with my 10,000, bro. It wasn't even that much. I get more than that now. But guess what I do? I don't try to cash the check. I don't do that no more, bro. They're not going to give me my money. They're not. They're not going to give me 50 grand in cash. They're not. Okay? I just put it in there. Sign it, put it in there. That's it. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do, man. There ain't going to be no walking around flashing no cash, bro. That ain't happening. If I got to cash the check. This is how it goes, bro. Okay? All right. Yeah, it's legal. Yeah, 1974. Yeah. 10%. Yeah. My dad's on here. Yeah, Dad, remember you told me you should have never closed that Bank of America account? I was surprised that they still had a record of it, because when I opened up my corporation and opened up my bank account, they pulled out they used my social and they pulled it up. They said, wow, your first account, 1974 savings account. I think it was closed. I think you closed it in 1981 or something like that. 1981, 1982, something like that. My dad was like, I should have never closed that. And guess what? I learned from that. My son's account, I ain't never closing that, bro, because that's leverage later on. If he gets, he gets 18, he'll be able to say, oh, he's had a bank account for 18 years. Like he's been a banking member. Like you need that kind of stuff, bro. Like this is the kind of stuff we didn't know no better. But I remembered that. I wasn't nowhere close to being a parent in 95. I was not even close to being no parent. Okay. I was too busy running around having fun. I was definitely not getting married to nobody. My son will be 5 in June, which just goes to show you how long it was. But I always remember when I have my kid, daughter or son or both or whatever, when I open their bank account, I'm never going to close it, man, because it's going to follow their social for the rest of their lives. And if you got a good record and a good standing with not with no savings alone that's going to close, you with a good bank, a B of A, a Chase, a Barclays, whoever you with, that's gonna. And if you haven't done it yet, open a savings account or something. Okay, just do something so your child will be in the federal banking, circle. And I learned that, man. But it would have been a lot better if I would have had that bank account for me to be able to say that I've had my bank account 51 years and I walk in there to get a loan. Like, if I'm in there to get a loan for a housing loan or whatever, and I would have been able to come in there and say, hey, I still got my account. Oh, man, 51 years. Oh, Mr. Shaq. Oh, man. See, they like that kind of stuff. But like I said, man, you got to know this kind of stuff, and they're not sharing the information. That's right. Easter is. That's right. Easter is. And it's still there. It's still there right across the street. That same Bank of America is right there on Capitol Expressway. Okay. Capitol Express, right there. Capitol Expressway, man, right there. Across from JCPenney's. It's still there. All right, Federal Reserve's not associated, subject with Congress. I see what you guys are saying. We're talking money over here. I turn my paper money into metals, platinum, silver, and gold. Gold went down today, Dante. Gold went down today. Gold didn't save you today. Okay. Just like in Japan, Sarah said, my mom's name is still on one of my savings accounts because my parents did the same thing. Yeah, your parents did. My dad closed mine, man. Got to do that, man. Keep that open. I'm never closing it. Okay, custodial account now. Like, Like my son's custodial account, I'm on it. Ain't gonna be no closing it. I don't care if there's 15 cents in it. There ain't 15 cents in it. But I'm just saying, when he turns 18 or 21 and he wants to make an investment or he wants to do something, not no car. Car ain't no investment. Okay. He wants to make an investment of some kind. He wants to business loan, or he wants to do whatever he wants to do. He gonna have a bank that he can walk in and have collateral with the bank and say, man, you've kept a positive balance. Oh, you got this amount of money in here. Oh, this, that, and the other. Oh, you've been with us 18 years, Mr. Shaq. How old are you? Oh, you're 21. Oh, you want to do this? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Got to do that kind of stuff, man. But a lot of us nobody told us this stuff. Okay. Gilbert, Shaq and Park and Knowledge. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Chris said, I'd rather have a boss as a president rather than a buddy. I mean, he's neither. I mean, I don't view 47 as my boss or my buddy. He's the president. He has a job. He has a political position. I mean, only boss I have lives up here. I don't have no human bosses. There ain't no human bossing me nowhere. He might be a boss in his position, but he's not my boss. Do I report to him? No. I don't report to. I've never reported to no president. I'd always do what I want to do. If I want to lose money, I lose money. If I want to not lose money, I don't lose money. As far as being my buddy, that damn sure ain't. He don't know my name. So I mean, you guys have to rationalize this how you want to, man. The president is not the emperor. The president is not a monarch. All right. We're not living in the Caesar days. Okay, this isn't Marcus Aurelius standing there telling us what to do. Okay, he got voted in, and that's what it is. Salute to him for being who he is, and salute to me for me being who I am. Okay, I haven't got any phone calls, and I don't plan on receiving any. But if he does call, I will answer. You never know. He might have something for me. All right, straight up. Okay. All right, too much focus. Yeah, news is focused on too much sensational topics. I mean, like I said, man, you gotta do what's bringing the people in. That's simple, bro. Yeah, you know, if sales are down, bro, and ain't nobody in there buying the chicken, you may have to go back to doing the all-you-can-eat shrimp to get people back in there. I'm telling you, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Yeah, I pay attention to financial topics. It's all that matters. Yeah, man, without financial topics, nothing happens. I mean, I'd love to be sitting up watching the Yankees right now. I'd love to be sitting. But no, dog, this is more important. Like, this is more important, dog. I mean, shit, it is what it is. I can't sit up there and watch TV all day. Like, things got to get done. Can't be involved in everything, bro. I mean, I got the DVR running. I'll watch it later. Okay, straight up. All right. Yeah, man, can't be lazy no more. All right. Yeah. Okay. Don't open any more major credit cards right now. I agree with no car loans. Hey, man, there's a lot I could say, bro. There's a lot I could say, but I ain't. All I can say is, man, you know, when you get your financial situation cool, where your credit is looking super good. When you go to Credit Karma and you put your credit card, you put your information in, and it comes up and tells you what your credit score is, or tells you what your FICO score is on Experian, and it says very good to excellent. The things that people offer you that you would have took when you weren't on that status is crazy. I get so much credit card stuff coming. Credit card, oh, this and that, and blah blah blah. Man. Credit means I owe you. Nah, dog. Nah, man. You don't even understand how long it took me to get me out of all that student loans, and y'all don't, man. You fight to get out, and you get out. They try to pull you back in, man, like Michael Corleone, man. Like he said in Godfather 3. I try to get out, they pull me back in. Like, yeah, our Al Pacino will tell you. Huh? All right. Like I said, we do got some rats and roaches in here. Let me get them off. Let me get them out of here. Let me put you out of your misery. Let me put you out of your misery real quick. You just hung out here for nothing. All right, we'll get rid of these people. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Eric Harris talking about it. Talking about LA. Yeah. Raider Twan. It's bad. Credit unions aren't giving loans like they used to. They know the economy is all bad. Man, one thing that, from my culture, credit unions have been very good and in my community, because credit unions were places that would give out loans and give you bank accounts, and they would give you credit cards and give you all that kind of stuff when the regular banks wouldn't give them to you. So if you work for Boeing or somebody, you work for them kind of companies, or you in the military, like the naval credit union and all these, they were good for us because they would give us a chance. They would give minorities a chance, okay? Because you were in a union and you worked for this company and they had their own bank and they would help you, But now, man, they don't have the resources to do all of that no more, bro. They don't have the resources to do that, all that kind of stuff anymore. All right. So, yeah, man, not as good as it used to be. Mike B said, thanks for the game, big dog. Yeah, man, I'm here for the people that want it. The people who want to have this kind of conversation. I'm here for you guys. And if this isn't for you, all you got to do is log off. And you don't got to tell us you're leaving. I mean, like I said, man. Okay, this ain't the airport. You ain't got to announce your departure or your arrival. Just leave. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm just trying to be helpful. Are we going to go live for the midterm elections? My father always tells me about the midterm elections that I need to be more active in those things. A lot of people aren't interested in them, though. I mean, if I do it, I mean, it's like, how many people are really going to be interested in it? But my father's always told me that. My father's very political, very, very active politically. And he always tells me the midterm elections you need to be paying attention to that. So when the time comes, what's that, 2 years from now, 2027, we'll see. We will see. Most likely. Because by then, this channel is going to be on a different level. Bill Holloway, we're going to see more trade jobs. I agree. Terrible day for stockholders. You don't lose money in the market dips unless you sell at less than what you bought. Hey, well, just, don't sell. That's why Buffett says don't sell. I didn't sell anything today. Surprisingly, I did not sell anything. Everything I got is the same. I didn't make a move, because you start doing knee-jerk reactions. You start being a knee-jerk. I know a guy that's a day trader. I should call him up. A guy that's a day trader. He used to work with my wife, and he wound up quitting his job because he was doing so well in day trading last year. I wonder how he did today. I need to hit him up and see how he did. All right. Okay. Justice All said 2 bags of chips were $8 at the gym today. Okay. All right. You shouldn't be eating chips, bruh. Okay. You working out every day. Said you bought ducks. That's right, Bill. You said you bought ducks, haven't bought eggs in 8 months. Yeah, man. Them duck eggs. Smart. All right. Yeah. That's Ray. Yeah, we're talking about this money. Everybody stay safe. Okay. Have 15-minute break, stick of the day. And then, that house blend D Bernie. House blend. Just waiting for these Lakers to come on, bro. Okay, what time is it now? 6:02. Waiting for them Lakers to come on. All right. Okay. Farmers are troubled. They're taking the corporate over, man. More chemicals in our food. As Ray, I learned that when I went to Europe. I would recommend you guys, man. I wish I would have did this when I was younger, but like I said, I didn't listen very well. But me going to Europe was one of the best things that I ever did. Me and my wife, when we went to Europe, the very first time we went, when my wife took me to Paris for my big birthday. That was great, because not only that, we went to NFL Europe too, went to London, and then we went to Paris. It was great. I learned a lot about the food, and I learned a lot about the portions of the food, and I learned a lot about the preservatives in the food. And we really the additives and the preservatives and all the things they put in, they're not even legal in these countries, bro. They're not even legal over there, bro. They just barely got rid of red dye number 4 or whatever that was in all the sodas. Man, that's been in our sodas forever, bro. They just barely got rid of that. You can't, in Canada, they don't have it. In Mexico, they don't have it. In Europe, they don't have it. So there's all these things that are that the FDA allows us to have in our food that makes you eat more, makes you drink more, makes you consume more food, more drink, more this, more that. I never forget when I was in Paris, went to Paris, man, and I went to go get an espresso. Went to there, order espresso. They say, hey, give me espresso, man. You know, brought it out. Espresso was this big. This big. Starbucks coffee. Venti. Grande. Big as shit. Espresso was this big. Asked for a croissant. You get a croissant over here, all big. Croissant was about this big. I drank that espresso. I ate the little, had a little Nutella in it, ate that. I was full. My body said, you're good. I was done. Portions were smaller. Full. Italy, same thing. Went over there, man. Pasta. Whatever I ordered. Pizza, everything. No preservatives. There is no, let me keep it in the refrigerator. Let me wait. I'll eat it in a couple of days. No, dog. 2 days, that food is bad. You got to get new. Nothing to keep the food fresh. Nothing to stay the food. It's fresh. You eat it now. You don't eat, throw it away. This big ass shit right here. Nope. Drinks this big. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. We getting fat. We getting chemicalized over here, all kinds of stuff. But we're used to it. We don't know no better. We don't know no better, dog, till you go somewhere else. Then you find out. Okay. Gilbert says, I came into some money, kind of nervous. First thing you do, Gilbert, don't tell nobody you came into none. You can tell us, but don't tell nobody else. Yeah, that's number one, because everybody's going to have a problem. Everyone's going to need something. Better protect it, bro. You better start figuring it out. You better start figuring out stocks and bonds. You better start figuring out something, bro. You better figure it out. It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone, brother. Bill Holloway says, I got an old Westinghouse TV that still works. 2 Chevrolet trucks. All my hunting equipment's American made. My tools are where American, buy American when possible. Yeah, Bill. You said Westinghouse. Bill. What was your dad's TV, bro? Panasonic. Not Panasonic. Is Panasonic even America? No. Westinghouse, General Electric. Yeah, you got a Chevy, you got, Ford F-150s and stuff like that, man. But now, all these parts are made elsewhere, bro. That's when you had Detroit making everything. Not no more. Better off buying an old school. Better off buying a Buick, old school Buick. My boy Ed Cuts, man, he bought him a drop. He bought him a 1971 Buick Centurion, and he's fixing it up every day. He's sending me video, pictures, this, that. I'm like, dude, that's a pretty good investment, man, because he got a 455 engine in it. The car is 54 years old, and he's fixing it up. And I'm like, it's probably a better investment than going out and buying a Ford Explorer or something. You go buy a car that's 54 years old and fix it up. Engine's running, everything's still running on it. I say, how's the tranny? Hey, man, tranny's fine. How's this? Fine. How's the engine? Yeah, man. All I gotta do is paint it. I'm like, damn, car 50-something years old, 54 years old, it's still running. That's how we made good products in the 70s and 60s, and now Nope. Yeah, man, we're gonna play. We're gonna play, Sarah. We got an hour. We're gonna play. I ain't gonna be on here much longer, you guys. I think I've really said a lot. Okay. All right. Box man saying that real good stuff. We moving on. Brought it to your job now. Yeah, man, they ain't doing it no more, dog. I mean, Trump done. I'll tell you one thing, bro. He got people scared. I give him that. These companies wasn't scared before, but they scared now. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, it's yet to be determined if it's good or bad, but they scared shitless. They like, man, this. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. UPS closing small hubs across the country. Yep. Automation. Big B. Shaq is street smart and book smart. Yeah, man. I gotta owe the book smart to my dad, my mom and dad, because they sent me to college. The streets. I had to learn. I had to learn that outside. I had to learn by osmosis. Ain't nothing better than to see your friends learn the hard way, and you stand there and be like, "Oh yeah, I see how that work. I ain't doing that shit. Okay, I can't do that one." Yeah. California gas prices have a lot to do with the maintenance schedule at the refineries. Yeah, Bill, the two biggest refineries, Chevron's biggest refineries, is in California. One up there in Richmond, as you know, the Richmond one, and the one down here in El Segundo. They're trying to close the one down here in El Segundo, the Chevron one down here. Those are the two biggest refineries in California. Richmond, El Segundo. I know them both. El Segundo right over there. Richmond, all the time. Drive up there. I remember when they had a big ass fire up there one time. I was stuck on the freeway for like 4 hours trying to get back to Sacramento when I was living in Sacramento at the time. I like, Stephen Gomez, my company's having me and a coworker train in different departments to help out and be accessible. Be lucky they're doing that. The more valuable you are, the more job security you have. You bet. You know how to drive the forklift? You better learn how to drive the box truck. You better learn how to drive the van. You better learn how to make coffee. You better learn how to use the fax machine. You better learn how to do more than just your job, dog. And the bills ain't going nowhere. You got IRAs mixed with different mutual funds. Mutual funds is good. US is feeling that autumn wind. Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad, bro. Open to Raising Cane's by Costco 5 minutes from me. The lines have been so long inside the drive-thru. Yeah, I was trying to go to Raising Cane's today, but my son was like, "No, I don't want that. I want Chick-fil-A." I'm like, "Man, I don't want to go Chick-fil-A. I can go to Raising Cane's, man, and get everything for $22 over there." Man, he wanted me to... Man, it is what it is, man. My son had me today. I was like, "All right, bro." Like, and then ate up all my stuff. I'm like, "Man, why are you coming over eating my chicken?" I'm just at the point of my life, man. I ain't trying to argue, man. Just go ahead, bro. Just argue, dog. Yeah. Yep, my pop's on here, man. He had to say something on that one. Sarah with the 1999 dono. I appreciate that, Sarah, especially now. Say, Sarah, I think that's 2 gallons of gas. That might be 2 sets of eggs, but I appreciate that. Thanks, Sarah. Sarah, I appreciate that, girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because I know that money don't come easy. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. Thank you. All right. Marcus Hughes, Shaq, I'll be at your house. I'm a general contractor. Oh, yeah. That's what I need. That's all I need, man. I need somebody to know what they're doing. You got to have a mechanic nowadays, too. Get yourself a mechanic, you guys. Get yourself a mechanic. You need to have somebody to do your basic shit for you. I was lucky to find one down here, you know. It's still an auto shop, but in comparison to the dealer, they're killing me, bro, at the dealership. They love doing them diagnostics and give you those long ass book reports of shit that's wrong with your car. Like, oh, you're gonna do the A maintenance on your car, the B maintenance. And then when you come and you pay, here, Mr. Shaq, here's a list of things that we found. That's me. Yeah, Mr. Shack, the strands, you're missing about a couple of hundred strands off of your carpet inside of your car from you getting in and out. We could fix that if you need. We could put new carpet in. Like, you know, like anything, bro. I'm just like, damn. You thinking your car cool? They make you feel like your car is a bucket when you leave, bro. Like, all right, man. Yeah, yeah. Playing Call of Duty make money. Yeah, video. He said, hey, your grandpa said videos can't turn you into much. That's why I didn't play. I mean, well, you know what? During your grandfather wasn't wrong at the time he told you. Your grandfather wasn't wrong at the time he told you. It wasn't. You're a generation removed from that. I'm 2 generations removed from that. Okay, like during that time, it was going to turn you into mush. Now it's going to turn you into rich. Okay, but back during that time, it was facts. Wasn't anything beneficial from it. But funny how times change. Yeah, Mr. Beast is a whole different billionaire. Yeah, Mr. Beast is a different dude. Okay. Yeah, California needs to make the tax adjustments. No take tax in Nevada, but I'm still not moving there. There you go, Sarah. I'm not moving there. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, my godmother lives there. My nephew lives there. My nieces. A lot of people from the Bay, Sarah and Bill, moved to Vegas. They moved back. They moved back. Unless you're gonna retire or you there for the Raiders. Outside of that, job market ain't that crispy. But if I was just a person that was single by myself and I just wanted to work, I would move to Vegas but I would just be working. I would just be work. I work 3-4 jobs, just work. No life. And just work. But I mean, typically those states that don't have no state tax, they're not California. You know, you have to have reasons to be there. So, straight up. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool now, man. But I had a little rain for a quick second. I had some rain jumping off here for a second. Okay, but it's all right now. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We got to just see what we got to do. Got a blizzard in Denver. Got a blizzard in that stock market, too. Las Vegas healthcare is trash unless you're paying cash. Yeah, man. You got to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. I'm scrolling, you guys. I mean, we had, I'm going to get off here, you guys, pretty soon, you guys. Yeah, Roth IRA is always good. Yeah. You know, because Roth IRA, man, it's always good to have that. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, some people good. Yankees up 9-3. Figures. When I was watching them getting their asses whooped. DJ G. Trident. Take it from me, Shaq. It's bigger than a recession. Prepare accordingly. Head on swivel. Watch your 6. Stay frosty. Beans and rice and guts. Yeah, man. I mean, both of my parents are officers in the military. I know how to buckle down. I know how to buckle down. All right. Okay. Thanks, Sarah, for that money. Appreciate you, Sarah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, mechanics knowledge is priceless. Yeah, man. I mean, when I took that list over there, man, he was looking at it. He was like, yeah, they trying to get you on this. Yeah, we can do this, but it ain't going to cost you this. I mean, it was typically anywhere from 30 to, I say anywhere between 30 to half off of the things that they were going to talk about fixing. And I'm like, wow, bro. He's like, yeah, man, we can do this. Yeah, it'll cost you this. Oh, shit. Okay. But you don't have to do it. It's not nothing you need to do. But if you want to do it, we can do it. I mean, that's the kind of people you need. Well, you don't have to do it. I mean, if you want to. But they're like, oh, man, this is mandatory. Your car is going to blow up, bro. If you know what I'm saying? If you don't. Come on, man. Okay. You don't change your alternator, you're going to be stuck on a freeway during a blizzard. Like, dude, my alternator's fine. Well, yeah, man. Well, you've had the car this length of time, so the alternator's eventually going to go out. Why don't you just fix it now? Like, All right, bro. Somebody got to be a sucker. Okay. All right, y'all, man. We go ahead and go. Yeah, Sarah, appreciate you. You were one of the people. You and Whittington Thomas, you guys were really instrumental in me doing this live, and this is what we got to do. We got to talk a little bit more about other things that need to be talked about. And right now, man, this is critical. This stock today, this situation, we've been through rougher. I ain't gonna hold you. I'd rather be going through this than a pandemic. I mean, am I walking around with a mask on my face right now? Like, maybe I should, but I'm not. Like, I'd rather go through this than go through a pandemic, bro. The pandemic was the worst. That was horrible. Absolutely. That was the worst time I ever had in my life, was that. Dealing with that shit. And had a pandemic baby, too. My son born during the pandemic. Ooh, you don't even know. Okay? I'm glad that's over. If the worst thing that can happen is the stock market drops 1,600 points, I'm with it. Match, check, and filter.